This is a new knife, Gut Knife Slaughter Factory. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Karma and welcome back to another video. So today I got a kind of a different video, and this is about something that I've been putting off, and I might have brought it up briefly in my previous videos, but you know, I thought it was a time that I might as well just say. Well, it's not something that I'm trying to hold back and be like, oh no, I don't want anybody to know this, but I feel like not enough people will be able to see it, and I kind of want to wait until I got more subscribers and stuff. Now that I'm 43 all of a sudden, but now that I thought I had enough people to actually be able to put something this big out there, I thought now would be the time. So what I'm going to be telling you guys about is recently I got scammed for a Gut Knife Slaughter Factory new that I bought with money. I saved up for a bit for about 3 months, and to get scammed for it was really frustrating. So this was about, the 8th, July 8th, 2016. This was the night before I left to go on vacation, so I was all pumped up. So on Instagram, it's KarmaYT. Make sure you go follow me. So I was just chilling on Instagram, looking through all the crap, and I got a DM from this guy. So I've already seen, and it was some guy that said, "Oh, I'll duplicate your skins and crap for free." And what I actually saw a ton of other accounts like this, and what made me believe is because there's a bunch of other accounts that had like proof, and I thought it was there's this account that had video proof of him doing it actually. So I was like, oh yeah, so this is real. But it was the guy that was that had proof actually wanted something in return. He wasn't doing it for free. So so this other guy DM'd me. So I actually thought it was him. I thought it was the guy with proof. So I was like, oh hey. He said, oh, I'll duplicate your gut knife 10 times with this software. And I'm like, oh yeah, sweet. So he's like, oh, just send me your trade link, or I'll send you mine actually, and just send me your knife and I'll duplicate it and send it back. And he's like, oh, is it okay if I keep a couple? Trying to sound all innocent, I could tell, but I thought it's totally true. I was like, oh yeah, this guy's so nice. I can't believe he's doing this for me. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be right back. I went to go take a shower. You know, I'm all pumped up. I'm like, oh yeah, when I get back, this guy's gonna have 10 knives for me. I'm going on vacation tomorrow. I was all hyped. And when I get back, I'm like, and I already sent him the knife, and I'm like, hey dude, have you duplicated it yet? And he's like, I'm having trouble with the older software that you can only duplicate it 10 times. And I'm like, what? So he's like, oh, if you this second software, you can actually duplicate it 20 times, but it has a minimum like value. So I need $10 more, so I'm gonna need your Hyper Beast too. I'm like, okay. I'm not sending you my Hyper Beast. I just gave you my knife. I'm trusting you. I'm not gonna get rid of my Hyper Beast too, just in case. So I'm like, just do the older software. Just do that. Just duplicate it 10 times. That's all I need. I just want my stuff. Thank you. And he keeps putting me off. He's like, oh well, are you sure? He's really trying to get me to send me his he's trying to get me to send him my Hyper Beast. So he's like, oh, are you sure? I'll be able to duplicate it 20 times. Trying to be all like convincing. I'm like, no, just do it 10 times. So this is when I started to get a little suspicious of him. I'm like, I already gave him my knife. I'm like, when someone has your stuff, you just feel really anxious. So I'm waiting for him to duplicate. I just wanted it back because that's my knife. So having it into the hands of someone else, it kind of made me a little anxious just to have it back, get it back. I'm like, if you're not gonna do it, just give me my knife back. So he could tell that I wasn't believing him anymore, that I just didn't want him doing it anymore. So I got into, he stopped responding to me. So I got a little suspicious, and I texted him on Instagram. I'm like, hey, what's the issue? Why aren't you replying? And I look at his Instagram profile, and turns out he actually blocked me on Instagram. So this is when I knew he was a total fraud, totally scammed me. My knife was gone, and that's when I knew I was screwed. So I started like spamming him and be like, dude, you're such a freaking idiot. Why would you ever scam someone? I paid $90 for that. I actually paid like $80 for my butterfly knife, and made like a couple dollars profit. But then the value in the gut knife slaughter just skyrocketed about like $10. So it was about $90 United States money. And I was like, oh, what a freaking idiot. So I leave to go on vacation the next day. I was just so ticked off. I could not get it out of my head that I did not have a knife. So when I got on vacation, I was so anxious to have a knife that I literally just straight up bought one for $63, I think. And it's the M9, or not the M9, just the normal bayonet, Forrest DD Pat field tested. It's a pretty ugly knife. I always like the Forrest DD Pat, but field tested bayonet. Who cares about that? But the whole week it kind of bothered me. Actually mid-week he ended up he started messaging me again. He's like, really sorry for scamming you for my knife. I feel guilty now. I thought I could get away from it, but turns out I couldn't. And he's like, oh, if you send me $30 in skins, I will overpay $120 in Steam money, which means that he would give me $150, and he claimed that he got $150 Steam wallet money. I'm like, are you legit right now? Like, I wasn't buying it. I did not trust. I did not trust him at all, and he kept just doing this all week. He's like, are you sure? I'll overpay $120. So when I get home, he messages me again. He's says, are you sure? And then he said, I have a $250 Steam card I saved up for it just for you. And I'm like, kiss my butt, okay? He already. So I told him, I'm like, well, why don't you just give me my knife back? It's that simple. He's like, oh, I bet it away. I'm like, oh, great, nice one. So once he said that, I was like. So it turns out he didn't have my knife. I'm like, well, why can't you just send me the value of the knife? It's the same thing as sending me my knife back. And he's like, oh no, I only have $250. I'm like, well, if you had my knife right now, would you give it back to me? He's like, yeah. And then I said, well, why can't you just give me the value of the knife back? It's the same thing as giving me my knife if you had it. And he said, I only have $250. I'm like, okay. So he kept claiming that my knife was $120. That's why he's willing to overpay $120. So I was like, well, why don't you just give me the money? Like, why do you need to overpay? Like, why do you need me to give you $30 in skins and you'll overpay $120? Why don't you just give me $120 then instead of having to overpay $120? Like, instead of giving me $150, meaning that I'm making $120 profit. Just give me the $120. That's all I need. He's like, well, I really, really, really need skins for betting. I'm like, well, why don't you get skins? He's like, and then, turns like I forgot that on the community market, you once you buy some off the market, you can't bet it or trade it or sell it for a week. So I was like, why do you need it so bad? Like, just give me my money and I'll be gone. I'll never talk to you ever again. Well, of course, he has to give me a hard time even more. Hey, I still haven't settled with this guy. This guy still messages me up to today, just saying the same things like, hey man, like, I still feel really bad. Are you sure you don't want me to overpay? I'm like, I'm not giving you $30. Like, this is what he wants me to do. He wants me to send me all the skins, and then once I send to him, he accepts the trade. He'll give me the code. He'll send me the code through like DM or like Steam Messenger, and that's exactly how he scammed me. I just sent him my knife, like nothing else. Like, oh, it's like I straight up just gave him my knife, and he had the power. So if I was dumb enough to give him $30 in skins, he could just accept the trade and just take my skins and crap, all that money, and just not give me the code. Little did I know, he could have not even had the code. He could just be saying that. And I'm like, oh, take a picture of it then. And he's like, oh well, no, it's a code. I'm like, and I didn't tell him like, oh, take a picture of the code then, because I could just copy the code down. But I said there anything that's saying like, oh, like on even like above the code, like, oh, Steam card code or anything. Like, why would you just have just straight up a code? Like, has a code like a code pasted into like Notepad or something. But what he kept telling me is like, oh, I got scammed for $500. I was like, you know what? Quit just blowing all this BS at me. And he's like, I got scammed for like a Flip Knife Fade Factory New, Lightning Strike, and like all this other stuff like Shadow Daggers, and all these like expensive skins. I'm like, well, he's like, well, do you want me to send me proof? So I was pretty surprised. Like, he just sent me proof without me saying like, oh, send me proof. He actually sent me proof, and it turns out there actually he got bot scammed apparently, and it actually had all this like the stuff that apparently he won, but when he tried to like withdraw the skins, it didn't give them to him. And I looked, and he actually took a picture of on the betting sites. It has a picture like blah 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 won this pot, blah 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 percent, like all, and then the stuff they won. And turns out he actually won $800. I'm pretty sure it was him because it was the same profile picture. For some reason, I had the name wasn't the exact same, but it had to been him because I don't know who else it would have been, because it had like this like one of those like club symbols in his name, or spades, I don't know, but he had that in his name, and it just showed that. I don't know if he changed it to that, or like, and because he's been changing his name a lot lately. And what actually did, I actually spectated him playing a deathmatch and actually listened to him talk, and he sounds like a cheeky 14-year-old. I'm not calling him out for his age, because, well, I'm 12, I can't talk, but I actually expect him to be like a little bit older to be scamming me. He does not sound like the type of person I would have done that. He's like, oh, he sounds kind of nerdy. He sounds like he has braces. But he apparently, I don't know if he's got scammed or not. I don't know if it's real, but that's all the dumb stuff. If anybody, now, what you should not do is just, if anybody offers you something too good to be true, or claim, or like anything that's too good to be true, just don't do it, because obviously they're trying to lure you in and be like, oh wow, they're actually gonna do this. Oh, they're gonna duplicate my knives. I'm gonna have all this money. And turns out it's a scam, and then you end up losing whatever you gave them, and they have it, and that totally sucks. So that's why you should not do it. Just trust your gut, and if you think it's fishy or suspicious, just don't do it. So as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Give me some feedback. Follow me on social media. Give me suggestions for videos, all that type of stuff. And thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.